in the final 3 minutes. Obviously, I think the clutch offense have been a lot better this season than last season. Did you sense why it kind of broke down in this game at the end of the game?
I mean, you can't make every shot, obviously, but this was on me. I took some terrible shots. I didn't score, and I say that's on me. That game's on me.
Kevin?
Look at the force 7 turnovers on you tonight. What were they doing from a physical standpoint that made things difficult for you with respect to some of the shot making and turnovers?
Just I lost balls. I lost too many balls, so that's it.
Tim McMahon?
Luka, what do you think of your team only attempting 5 free throws in this game?
I mean, I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to try to get fined. So that's how they called today, and hopefully they call better next game.
Okay, and JC en español.
Luka, hola, buenas noches. Se te veía hablar bastante con los árbitros. ¿Ha sido este arbitraje algo distinto, especial?
No. We had a tough start. I thought we responded very well, and made the adjustment we needed to make for what their game required in terms of the physical level. But it's difficult to win against a team like this, when you react. And so, this is high level playoff caliber basketball, in the middle of March. And this is it's a great challenge for us. And so we'll look at the film, we'll study it, we'll make some adjustments. And, Wednesday we're going to have to do things better.
Tim McMahon?
Rick, when you look at the box score, you see only 5 free throws attempted for your team. What do you think of that? How do you explain that?
Well, the whistle wasn't blowing much. There were only 5 attempted the entire first half, and I think one of them was from us. I think it might depend on who you ask. If you ask, certain guys that were playing in the game, they give you a pretty strong opinion on it. But that's not what this is about. I mean, to win at this level of basketball, you've got to have great spacing. You've got to be moving the ball. You got to do all the things right from an X and O standpoint, but you got to have, amazing both poise and aggression. And I thought we had it, after our tough start, and then particularly in the second quarter and, parts of the fourth quarter. But the first and third got us, giving up 31 and then giving up 30 and having to walk away with a 2-point deficit at the end of the third was tough. So, the whistle isn't going to be exact every night. And so, we've just got to have a consistent approach and understand that there's going to be some decisions that are, you're going to disagree with as a player, as a coach. Try to just move on to the next play, keep a next play mentality, and we just constantly got to give each other energy.
Brad Townsend?
Yeah, speaking of decisions or calls that are made, what was the explanation given to you on the continuation at the end of the third quarter on Luka's shot?
Yeah, it was that was my mistake. I was absolutely sure that he got fouled in the act of shooting a 3-point shot, and that he should have been going to the line for a 4-point play. It turned out it was a play that could not be challenged, based on that premise. And so that was just an error on my part. We retained the ball and we did score, and it turned out it may have been It may have been moot, because the timeout thing really didn't come into play. We lost the timeout in that play, but that was my mistake, and that's a learning situation.
Tim Cato.
Hey Rick, you guys didn't score in the final 3 minutes of the game. Is there anything you saw immediately before game film that you can identify as the reason to that?
No, I remember some of the plays, but yeah, I can't give you a good analysis of that. That's something that we'll look at, and we certainly got to get better with it. We had some untimely turnovers throughout the game. 14 for 15 points is a lot for us. They only had 9 for 9 points. There's a 6-point difference right there, and then now you're looking at a 4-point game, and we got to do some other things better as well. But we'll look at it and we'll clean it up as best we can.
Okay, thanks, Coach.